Valencia score late on to get all 3 points at Stamford Bridge. Watch until the end of this review to hear all of my thoughts on yesterday's match. Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is my review of the game which took place yesterday at Stamford Bridge in the UEFA Champions League group stage between Chelsea and Valencia, which Valencia ended up winning by 1-0. So what I'll be doing for you guys in terms of this review is that firstly, I'll be giving you guys the lineup that Frank Lampard fielded at the start of yesterday's match. Then I'll be giving you guys my thoughts on the match as well, including some of the positives and negatives in which I took from the match. And lastly, I'll be giving you guys my thoughts on Chelsea's upcoming Premier League fixture, which will be taking place on Sunday with kickoff at 4:30 PM UK time against Liverpool. So without further ado, let's get straight into this review. So kicking things off with the lineup that Frank Lampard fielded at the start of yesterday's match, and as always, starting off with the formation. It was a 3-4-3 or a 3-4-2-1 according to Google, but in terms of the personnel in which he went with Kepa in goal, he went with a back three of Kurt Zouma, Andres Christensen and Fikayo Tomori. He went with a midfield four including the wing-backs from right to left of Cesar Azpilicueta, Jorginho, Mateo Kovacic and Marcos Alonso, and he went with a front three from right to left of Willian, Tammy Abraham and Mason Mount. So that is the lineup that Frank Lampard fielded at the start of yesterday's match. Now for my thoughts on the match itself, and as always, starting off with the first half. I really did think that Chelsea started well. The players showed that they wanted to attack or at least put Valencia under a lot of pressure, which in my opinion is what they did. Not many chances were created by either side in the opening exchanges or the opening 3 or 4 minutes or so, shall I say. However, Chelsea did continue to put Valencia under a lot of pressure and pegged them back in their own half. Tammy Abraham then had a chance to make it 1-0 from close range after some brilliant wing play from Cesar Azpilicueta on our right hand side. Mason Mount then got fouled by Francis Coquelin in the 9th minute, and it was a nasty challenge. I don't believe that he wanted to injure him after looking at it again, although as the challenge went in, I did get really pissed off. But yeah, he did get fouled in the 9th minute, and he was down for a few minutes, if not a few minutes, and he ended up having to go off in the 14th minute for Pedro, who came on. Yeah, it's just a shame that he wasn't able to continue, and in my opinion, he was actually having a decent game up until Coquelin's challenge. Well, yes, after that, some more brilliant play on our right hand side sees Tammy Abraham get another chance. It was a Cesar Azpilicueta cross. He headed wide after the cross came in. It was from close range, and yes, it was a great cross. But yes, unlucky. Could he have done better? Maybe, but yes, like I just said, it was unlucky. Valencia did begin to grow into the game and made it clear that they were going to try and hit us on dangerous counterattacks, and that is exactly what they did. Luckily though, in the first half, our defending was great. Willian did get a chance in the dying seconds of the first half with a half volley that forced Cillessen to make a save. Overall, a decent first half for Chelsea. Defensively, we were relatively solid. Offensively, we could have or should have done better with the chances we had. Although to be fair, they weren't really clear cut. But yes, maybe we could have done better. Maybe we could have created a few more clear cut chances. But yes, overall, a decent first half for Chelsea. Now for my thoughts on the second half. I thought that Chelsea started the second half well, although not many chances were created, which was a trend in the first half. Marcos Alonso did attempt to put the ball in the back of the net from a free kick. I cannot remember who won the free kick, but he did so with a low curling shot that saw Cillessen dive or get down well to help the ball out for a corner. And to be fair to Jasper Cillessen, it was a great save. and you have to give credit where it's due. Valencia then continued to grow into the game and began to attack more. Chelsea, on the other hand, began to slow down and started to give the ball away a lot more, which was very frustrating to watch, and we did give them a lot of free kicks, which really did get on my nerves. Rodrigo did make it 1-0 to Valencia after Daniel Pereiro put in a beautiful cross from a free kick, in which was given away by Mateo Kovacic. To be honest, I didn't think that Mateo Kovacic had the best of games. I thought he was one of the worst Chelsea players on the pitch, in my opinion. But yes, it was a great free kick, and Rodrigo just ran across our defence and just smashed the ball into the ground, and the ball ended up bouncing over Kepa. Could he have done better? Maybe. Could the defence done better? Yes, I believe they could have. They could have tracked the run of Rodrigo. But yes, he made it 1-0 in the 74th minute. Chelsea win the penalty in the 85th minute after Daniel Wass, if that's how you pronounce his surname, was adjudged to have had his arm in an unnatural position. Ross Barkley ended up taking the penalty after Azpilicueta, Willian, Jorginho and Barkley himself discussed who should have taken the penalty. The penalty was put over the bar, and in my opinion it should have been Jorginho or maybe even Willian to take the penalty. But yes, it was an awful penalty. It clipped the bar and went over. And like Eunice HH said in his review of the game, he should have just picked a spot and just put it there, because at the time of the game we were needing a goal, we were chasing the game, we were 1-0 down, we just needed a calm head, and Barkley with that penalty did not offer that. In the last few minutes of the game, or in added time shall I say, Chelsea did have a few set pieces in added let me rephrase that. Chelsea did have a few set pieces in added time, which did result in Marcos Alonso having chances, but again, they were not taken. Overall, I didn't think that we were that bad. However, I do think that we could have seen a different outcome if we put our chances away, and I do not think that we were actually that great either. But yes, now for the positives and the negatives in which I took from the match, and starting off with the positives. And by the way, I will be doing this for every single review I do this season. But yes, like I said, getting into the positives, or the positives shall I say, I think that Willian, Tomori and let me start again. I think that Willian, Fikayo Tomori and Kurt Zouma were great, and I do believe that Willian was easily our best player on the pitch yesterday. I thought that he showed a lot of desire. He was getting really passionate with the movement from Cesar Azpilicueta, i.e. he was getting really annoyed at the way Cesar Azpilicueta was moving. I do think that Willian had chances, and yeah, maybe he could have done better on a different day, but yes, he was our best player, and Fikayo Tomori and Kurt Zouma were excellent as well. They did a lot of excellent defending, particularly in the first half, because obviously Kurt Zouma came off in the second half, so he didn't have a lot to do, and you can't really judge him too much on his second half display because of the fact that he had to come off. Although Fikayo Tomori did have a great game overall. Can you blame him for the goal? Maybe. I didn't actually see it. Maybe I'll have to see what actually happened with our defenders. But yes, I do think that Fikayo Tomori had a decent game. But yes, that's the one positive in which I took from the match. There are sadly two negatives in which I've taken from the match. The first one is the fact that we had 22 shots, 6 of them were on target, but we didn't actually manage to put any of them away, and that shows you that we didn't actually manage to create too many chances that were actually clear cut. The second negative in which I've taken from the match was the fact that we conceded 25 fouls, and one of them resulted in a free kick which led to their goal. Not great, but it's going to happen at some point. But yes, that's it for my thoughts on yesterday's match. Let me know what your thoughts on yesterday's match are in the comment section below, and as always, I'll do my best to respond. Now, to conclude this review, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on Chelsea's upcoming Premier League fixture, which will be taking place at Stamford Bridge on Sunday with kickoff at 4:30 PM UK time, and this match will of course be taking place against Liverpool. Frank Lampard has come out and said on numerous occasions that he wants to be adaptable, and has shown that by changing the formation to a 3-4-3 or a 3-4-2-1 if you like, for the game against Wolverhampton Wanderers last Saturday, and he did change the formation to a 4-4-2 diamond during yesterday's match to try and match Valencia late on. Both Chelsea and Liverpool have lost their Champions League matches this week and will be looking to rectify that at Stamford Bridge on Sunday. In addition to the fact that Frank Lampard on numerous occasions has come out and said that he wants to be adaptable, adaptable. Sorry, I have a strong feeling that he will change the formation to a 4-3-3 against Liverpool, and this could be a wise idea, especially after our UEFA Super Cup match against Liverpool last month. Yes, the 4-3-3 did actually work really well in that game. However, you have to consider the fact that Liverpool did not have their best players up front. They did not have well, they did have some of their best players up front, but what I mean is that they didn't actually have their best front three. And when Roberto Firmino is not starting up front, Liverpool are a completely different team. But I of course hope that we win. I do not like Liverpool at all. It is going to be a difficult game. It is going to be a difficult game, especially for the fact that both teams have lost their opening Champions League group games. But hopefully we win. We'll just have to see what happens. I will be doing videos for that game. I'm not sure what my next video will be. Actually, I do have a video for you guys about some things in which I'm planning on creating, some merchandise actually. But yes, that is it for my review, and that is it for my thoughts on Chelsea's upcoming fixture against Liverpool. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. But yes, that is it for my review. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like, comment and subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I will see you very soon for some more videos. Come on you Blues, come on Frank Lampard. And actually, just before I go, I have to give a mention to the fans who actually attended the game. They were excellent. The atmosphere was electric, like I predicted it to be, and like I thought it would be. But yes, peace. I'll see you all very soon.